Hi, Peter Charles here, and today we're going to look at unboxing the Fujifilm X-M5, which I just bought this afternoon, along with the 15-45 PZ lens. So let's take a look at it. Okay, here we go. Fujifilm X-M5 with the 15-45 PZ lens. Now, why did I buy this camera? Well, some of you might remember that I had the Sony ZV-E10 camera, and it was okay for video. I mean, okay, that's as far as I'll go, okay. It was horrible for still photography. Everything was buried in the menu. It wasn't built for still photography. Yes, you could do still photography with it, but it was awful. So if I wanted to use it for a vacation camera, it was lousy. And it had other flaws, which, like, you're thinking to yourself, like, Sony, give your head a shake. It saved all its memory settings on the SD card for the memory recall. You had 4 of them. And it did not give you a delete all function, an easy to use delete all function, when you're getting rid of a bunch of videos. So as a consequence, if you did a format, you lost all of your memory recall settings. So I gave up. I said, I've had enough with this thing. I fought it and fought it and fought it. I had enough. So I went out and bought this afternoon. It is basically the XS20 guts processor, the autofocus, all that kind of good stuff. The only thing that's missing really is the viewfinder, the bigger battery, and the IBIS. But the lens has OIS, so we're good. So let's get this thing open and see how we do. Notice that we're in a plain cardboard box, by the way. Normally we get black boxes, but I've not bought one of these before. Maybe they always come in plain boxes when it comes to the lower priced ones. So we got the usual paperwork. We have the strap that I won't use. Oh, there's our lens. I think if I remember correctly, this is a 52mm filter size, of which I have loads of them downstairs. Very compact design. But there we go. There's an example of where we're cutting corners for this particular camera and lens. Just this very plain, crappy little end cap. They do give you a proper Fujifilm lens cap though. It's light. It's very, very light. And no aperture ring. It's not weather sealed, but it does have OIS. I think it's like 3 stops maybe, something like that, which is adequate. I'm going to be using this primarily for what I'm doing right now, which is videos in my office. I'm using my XS20 right now, but my XS20 will be used for other things afterwards, and it will be the XM5 doing this job the next time you see a couple of videos. I've got one more unboxing to do with this camera, and then after that it's all the XM5. Previously I'd done them with the Sony, and you know what used to bug me with the Sony? Is that if you put it on auto white balance, you can see your white balance going like this. My face would go a little pink, a little orange, a little pink, a little orange, a little pink, a little orange. I mean, come on. Static lighting, static subject, static scenario. I mean, seriously, can you not get a grip on the white balance? If you're getting a vibe that I wasn't crazy about the Sony, you're very perceptive. Okay, here's the battery. It's the NPW126S battery, which is found in things like the XS10, all of the older XE cameras from XE1 to XE... Okay, sorry, the XE1 and 2 would have the NPW126. Later Camrys had the 126S, which had a little bit more juice. So it's not going to have the battery life of the XS20, which is videotaping me now, or video recording me now. Good Lord, I ever dated myself saying taping. It's terrible. Okay, and here we go. There is the X-M5. Now, when I bought this, only the silver was available, which is fine. I'm quite happy to have the silver model. It's light, it's small. Let's put everything together. It's still a pretty beefy little camera. I mean, it's probably, I haven't checked the specs, it's probably in the same ballpark as the Sony ZV-E10. But what I like, first off, I have a mode dial. The Sony I didn't. I have the film simulation dial, which I've not used before. I would not do that on any of my other cameras. That would be a nuisance, but on this one it might be useful because I'm only going to ever be shooting JPEGs on this. I'll never shoot RAW, so I mean, this then becomes handy. You've got a front dial, you got a back dial. We don't have those in the Sony, we only got a back dial. And the back is simple. You notice we've got a joystick, menu, back. This is your mic jack. Is your trash or the drive mode, depending on where you are. Playback and your autofocus and auto exposure lock. Very, very simple camera, but it's more still photography oriented than the Sony and the latest Panasonic offer and a couple of the other cameras out there, which are totally vlogging cameras. You've got the articulating screen. So you can vlog this. Fujifilm sells the grip that you can hold out like this and you can actually do the selfie thing. And this being a 15 to 45, being just a little bit wider, is going to be a little bit better for selfies at that focal length. Now, what's really, really nice about this, as I said, it's the same guts as the XS20. It has the same video capability plus a few extras. It has the ability to shoot 9:16, which is vertical. You know, all those shorts on YouTube, they're shot vertical. You can do it with this. So you can shoot vertical format. Now I have, in Final Cut Pro 10, I have the ability to do a project in 9:16, but it's nice to have the camera shooting 9:16 right off the bat. So that makes it pretty easy. And you know, you've got a decent sized record button, which is easy to get at. Q button is, you're not going to mistake it for anything else. It's nestled in between the dials, so you're not going to hit it by accident. I mean, seriously, the X Pro 3, you can hit the Q button just by moving your hands. Now, it has a little bit of a grip on the front, which is good, but it's very, very compact, and it has these rectangular slots for the strap instead of those other little things. So I'm going to put Peak Design anchors on here. That's what I use all of the time. And I think I said it was 52, right? Yes, it is 52. I was right. So a 52 millimeter filter. And of course, being X-mount, you put any X-mount lens you want on it. So there's the unboxing. I'm sure there's something else in here. Just one second. It should be a cable. No, they don't give me a cable. Cheap buggers. There's no cable. That's okay, I got lots. But anyway, so there you go. What all you're getting with this is the camera body, the lens, the lens cap, the end cap is cheap, and you're getting a strap and a battery. That's it. This is very minimal. So Fujifilm has cut corners all over the place to bring this in at a semi-reasonable price point. In Canadian dollars, it's $1,200, $11.99. So, you know, translate that to US funds. And there you go. So we got our power zoom. There's our manual focus. There's our power zoom. Not much throw there, so I can imagine I'm gonna curse that. I'm sure I will. But the thing is, I do have a mode dial, 2 command dials, a film simulation dial. I got controls, unlike the Sony where I had to dive into the menu to, you know, do simple things like exposure compensation. Give me a break. Anyway, there's the X-M5 Fujifilm with the 15-45 PZ lens, and let me get that. It is 3.5 to 5.6, which is pretty common for a lot of the kit lenses out there these days. This is about equivalent to the standard kit lens that we can expect to find on typical cameras these days. The XS20 has got that superb 16 to 50, 2.8 to 4.8 kit lens. Fantastic lens. So I've got that lens, I got this lens, I've got all my bases covered. So I bought this afternoon. I'm very happy with it. And I'm going to, from now on, except for the next one, which is on the 16 to 55 f2.8. Yeah, I got that too. Except for that one, all the rest are going to be shown in here. So you'll get a chance to see what it's like for video. Cheers.